Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Monday. It is the 14th of June 2021. And so we've had some rain this morning. Well, this afternoon, early afternoon. But the good news is I got all the wood stacked that was out here. So I did finish that off yesterday. And so then I wanted to bring this car over here anyway. But so anyway, so I'm going to show you that real quick, and then we're going to get into the topic of the video. All right, 3 full rows here, and then the start of these next 2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order another 4 face cord of wood, and it's going to give me a kind of a better idea that if it ends up being 12 face cord altogether that ends up getting stacked in here, then I burned 12 face cord over the winter. So not bad at all. So obviously you can see I've got the gap on that side, I got the gap on this side. So I will fill these in, these 2 rows here. Again, it will go all the way to the wall with both of these as well. So not going to be an issue there. But so yeah, that worked out really well. Real pleased with that. A lot of work. Glad it's done. So I'll back this up here. So yeah, 3 rows back there. You can only see 2 of them, but there is a 3rd row behind everything else. And then of course we still have all of this wood that was left over from the winter, and this is what we would be using first this winter. So alright, let's get into topic here. Okay, I wanted to show you that first just because I was pretty pleased with myself afterwards. I got to the very end. I had probably 60 pieces of wood left. And I said to Becky, Becky, you got to come out and help me with this last little bit. I said, I got nothing left. And she was like, okay. So she comes out, and when she saw how little was left, she was like, oh my God. And I said, yeah, but just with 2 people doing it, it's just going to happen that much quicker. And that's what it was. It was probably, carrying 2 pieces at a time, like 12 more trips each, something in that range. Maybe 15 if it was 60 pieces, but it wasn't bad at all. So, but again, like I said, with 2 people doing it, at the end it was really good. But I stacked most of it myself yesterday. So, but hey, what are you gonna do? That happens. I don't mind stacking wood. I really enjoy it. All right, let's get into topic. So, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a history lesson first. Okay. What happened in the one place is now happening in another place, which is going to be happening here in the United States as well. All right. So first of all, Zimbabwe. Let's look back at the history in Zimbabwe. So the black majority rule decided that the white farmer was bad. Oh my God, imagine that, such a shock. The white farmer was bad. So they took their land. And of course I'm going to get people on here going, well, it was stolen from such and such first. Okay, whatever the case may be, and the other one, it was not stolen, so we're going to get into that as well. But so what happened was, Zimbabwe was a very bountiful country. They did really well. They had a lot of food. There was no issues and stuff like that. So what they did is they took all these white-run farms away from the white guys, killed a lot of them, drove them out of the country, and gave it to black farmers. Now, nothing against black farmers. I'm not saying black farmers are stupid. I'm not saying anything to that sort, okay? I'm putting that out there to start with number 1. What they did was they didn't know how to run these farms like the people that had been running them for a very long time did. And they ran them into the ground. And then Zimbabwe was starving. Okay? So now, what is happening in South Africa? And the first person that says to me, well, they stole the land from the Africans they were there. No, they did not. The Africans that were down in South Africa were migratory. They were not locked in one place. A lot of the blacks that are in South Africa now came down from northern Africa to work in South Africa because they could make more money. So that land was not stolen from them, okay? There was, like I said, they were herdsmen, they were wandering tribes, so they never stayed in one place very long, and they moved around a lot. So when the white man came in, obviously, they took it over, took care of the land, and then what happened was, now South Africa has just passed a law, because it's now a black-run country, right? They can take away the white farmers' land without giving them any money for their land. So what they had been doing before this was trying to get the white people to sell their land back to them so that they could give it to black farmers. Same thing is going to happen in South Africa. It's already happening in South Africa. That happened in Zimbabwe. Same exact thing is going to happen. And again, it's not that the white farmers are so superior and blah, 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 blah. No. It's just that they know how to run their farms. They've been doing it for a long, long time. And so when you get these other people in and they're government subsidized, the motivation is not there, and they run these places into the ground. They don't get the crops in like they should, and there's all kinds of issues. Now let's go to the United States. And I'm going to talk about another reason why this is being done as well, okay? So in the United States, there is a thing that they're doing right now where they are forgiving black and brown farmers up to 120% of their losses or loans. So they had loans, and so what they're doing is defaulting on these loans. They're forgiving them 120%. So what does that mean? So 100% of their loan is taken care of. They don't have to worry about having to ever pay that back, right? But also, here's an extra 20% just to help you keep going here with your farms. What's a white farmer getting? Nothing. Now, if you think that that is fair, I would love to hear your logic of how that is fair in any way, shape, or form. Because I will tell you this right now. If this was reversed and there was 120% loan forgiveness for white farmers only, and it was like screw the black farmers, people would be up in arms. The ALCU, the Defamation League, everybody else would be just absolutely going nuts. But because they're doing it to white people, oh, that's okay. Now here's my thing, and I want you guys to think about this. Why are these things being done, right? So now what are you doing? So the black farmer is getting, in the United States, 120% of his loan forgiveness. So again, he's getting more money. He doesn't have to pay his loan back. So what does that do between the white farmer and the black farmer? What does that do for him? Let's think about that for a second, okay? It puts a major wedge, a lot of resentment, a lot of hatred, because they're getting something just because they're black. That's it. No other reason. That's ridiculous, okay? If you are a farmer and you're a successful farmer, you make money. Now don't get me wrong, farming is a very, very hard lifestyle to live, all right? Now the other thing I wanted to talk about that is happening in stores now, I was watching this on Ice Age Farmer, which I thought was absolutely amazing, okay? You have, in stores, black-owned produce from whatever farm, or Hispanic-owned product. Who cares where or who made the food? Whoever made the food, who gives a crap? But now that's being put out in stores. I am flabbergasted, to be honest with you, that more people are not up in arms. Again, the agenda is, and I'm telling you right now, it's been going on for quite a while, white man is bad. Everybody else is good. Everything is the white man's fault. Okay? How long, folks? How long are we going to keep putting up with this nonsense? When are we going to say enough is enough? All right? It has gotten to the point of being ridiculous. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's not reverse racism. It's not reverse racism. It's just straight up racism. Okay? That's what it is. So people say, oh, well, that's reverse racism. No. It's just racism. So when you have people are being given an advantage strictly based on the color of their skin, that is racism. Okay? That's just a fact. That is an absolute fact. Here's another little nugget for you guys. I hope you like this one too. I was talking to an agent that works for ICE. Okay? And he was saying, And he said this is basically directly because of Kamala Harris. All right? If I'm saying her first name wrong, I don't care. They are opening positions for ICE that are for women only. So I want you to think about that, okay? They want more women officers and stuff like that. So they are offering these different positions, but you have to be a woman to get the position. Now, that's an issue as well. I'm sorry. I'm so sick of, oh, I'm sorry, you're so overqualified. We would love to hire you, but you're the wrong color, or you're the wrong sex. So we can't hire you. I'm like so tired of that. And so, you know, it's okay now, in this day and age, to discriminate against white people. It's okay to say anything you want to say about white people. The minute you say anything about anybody else, then you are a racist, a misogynist, a xenophobe, or whatever other term they come up with. I just call it like I see it. That's how I am. If you like it, great. If you don't like it, I really don't care. If you're offended, that's your problem. That's kind of how I look at it, you know. So, but yeah, that's I found that to be quite interesting, and it's just absolutely ridiculous. We got to stop, and I've talked about this many, many times. We got to stop with this whole separation, because all you're doing, you're brooding resentment. I'm telling you right now, they want white people to say, okay, I've had enough, and stand up and start doing something about it. Because there's a couple things can happen. I think they want a race war. They really do. And if that happens, they can lock the country down, enact martial law, and that's the end of the story. You think we got it bad now? Let them enact martial law and see how many freedoms you have then. It's always a game plan. It's all divide and conquer. They're trying to make corporate farms, just like they did, let's see, when did they last do that? What government did that? Oh, that's right, Russia. Stalin would be so proud, because that's exactly what's happening here and now. When they are talking about different things are bad, like using, cow manure and stuff like that in the fields, that has been going on forever and a day. Now all of a sudden, oh no, that's a bad thing. It is ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. They don't want people to do animal husbandry anymore. They don't want them to be breeding, cows. They want to get rid of veal. They want to, oh my God, the poor baby cows, they got to be at a certain age before you can butcher them. So there's this big game going on, and it's all about control, guys. And if you don't think we're going to have issues with food down the road, you let the government run the food and see how many issues we have down the road with food. The independent farmer, especially the independent white farmer, heaven forbid, you're a horrible, horrible person. You're horrible for being white and a farmer. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So anyway, I would love to hear your guys' feedback on this and hear what you guys have to say. Your thoughts on everything that I just discussed. We are in a very, very tumultuous, scary time, to be honest with you. And so one of the reasons that you see what we're doing here with our gardens, we're getting ready, folks. We are growing. We're going to be doing a ton of canning this year, and that's what's going to be happening here at the homestead. Game time is over. Playing around is over. Things to get done. Things are absolutely need to get done. So, all right, I will talk to you all later. Hope everybody's having a great day. Remember, folks, we are all in this together. We are one race called the human race, and as soon as we can figure that out, we're going to be in much, much better shape. Stop with the victim mentality. Stop thinking that you're superior because of the color of your skin, because nobody is. We're all the same. Also remember, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow's guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. Life is so short and it's very, very precious. So remember that. Also remember STD. Step, thing, and day. One step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that's going to stop you from reaching your goals is you. That's it. Nobody else. Stay positive. Stay away from the negativity, and you're going to be just fine. All right? I will see you all later. I hope everybody has a great day. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now. And we'll leave it on Lucy. Lucy, what are you doing? What's it doing?